Hi, everybody. So, today I wanted to share with you a resource that I found a couple days ago, and it's virtual 3D virtual tours of various tombs and other sites in Egypt. So, this was actually put out, I think, near the beginning of April. So, we're a little bit late to the game, but I assume that, like myself, not everybody has found this yet. It is kind of similar to what I posted a couple weeks ago, which were the 3D tours of museums all around the world. There were 3D tours of zoos, but this one is specific to sites in Egypt. And when I actually show you my screen and share the site with you, you'll see that, they posted them for the very reason that people are at home right now isolating due to COVID-19. So it's really great to see people step up and companies to provide us and our children with resources to be able to learn a little bit more about these really cool and ancient sites. So it's definitely something that can be educational. It doesn't take super long. You'll see that a lot of the ones that they show aren't, big sites that you have to take hours or, long periods of time to go through. And they have specific points that you can stop and learn a little bit more. So we will go on one of them, the Tomb of Mena, and I might show you another one for comparison, but I'm just going to show you some of the features that I found and some of the things that I thought were really cool that your kids might also find, or yourself might also find very neat. So without further ado, I will show you the site and you can then hopefully check it out on your own and enjoy it together.
Okay,
Thanks.
so this is the page that you will visit when you click on the link in our description. So it's a live science website. And this is a article that provides the links as well as a little bit more information about the sites in Egypt that I was talking about. So if we scroll down here, we do have a little bit of a intro that explains why they posted these. So, like I had said, related to the COVID-19 pandemic, people are at home right now. They're not able to explore these things. So, they wanted, actually, Egypt's Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities wanted to post these so people can view them and explore them from the comfort and safety of their home. So if we scroll down, we'll see the 4 different sites here that are highlighted and their links that you can check out. We are going to look at the Tomb of Mena mainly, and we'll also hop over and look at the Red Monastery just to do a comparison of the features. Below the links, there's also a little bit of a summary about each of these sites. So it does give you a little bit of a breakdown about what you're going to be seeing and how they were developed. So very, very interesting, something for you to take a look at just so that you can learn a little bit more before you jump into the virtual tours. So we're going to hop over and view the Tomb of Mena. So when I open this up, it immediately takes us into a really neat 3D version. Now I'm going to show you that you can actually exit out of this little banner at the top here. So we have a little bit more of a clearer view. That's something that I learned. And you can look all around. So this is a 3D version, but you also have a dollhouse version and a floor plan version. So on the bottom left-hand corner of my page here, you'll see some different options. So when I click on the dollhouse option, it actually shows us the site, but you can scroll all around and see everything from a more bird's eye view. And it's still 3D. Now, when you go to the floor plan version, that's when we're going into more of a 2D version of the tomb, and it just shows you all of the sites and shows you exactly where you'll be heading on your tour. Excuse me. So then the final thing is if we go back into the 3D look, you can actually use the measuring tape. I will showcase it in a second, but basically it measures your distance traveled. So from one point, you can mark a point to another point and see in real time how far you would have actually had to walk and travel. Because it's kind of weird. You can see that, when I'm doing it, you jump forward pretty quickly and it can be distort a little bit of, your idea of how far you're actually traveling. So if we go back outside the door here, this is the entrance to the tomb. Again, a beautiful day. Great, great graphics. I'm very impressed by those. And when we enter here, we can see the wall, so we can see hieroglyphics on the wall, which is awesome. And then we've got these little pinpoints here that give us some more information. So if we click on those, this explains the tomb of Mena. So it says this beautiful tomb was built for a man named Mena over 3,000 years ago during Egypt's New Kingdom, the 18th dynasty. It has been a popular destination for visitors and researchers since it was rediscovered by Gaston Maspero in 1886. So we can then just minimize that by clicking on the circle again. I do want to apologize if I'm pronouncing names or different things incorrectly. There are a bunch of names that are new to me in this little tour, so I will try my best if I am pronouncing them. So you can move down the hallway here. I will showcase the measuring tool now. So if I open that up at the bottom, you basically click the plus button to start your measurement, and then you hold down on your screen and it will create a little dot to show your beginning of your travel. Then you can keep moving down the hallway and say we want to stop here. I'm going to put another pinpoint, and then it creates a line for me that shows me that we have traveled 6.27 meters. So obviously, again, it doesn't look like we've traveled very far with, just on our phone, but it gives us a little bit more perspective, and you can actually, with your kids, maybe guess at how far you think it is before you check it out, just to add another element to this. So we can exit out of that on the top right-hand corner, and we go back into our normal view. And you can keep traveling through. For a second, I thought that we weren't able to travel through this part, but you are. So when I first came in here, I was like, oh, can we actually go by that? Because there's a little railing, but you can, because it's virtual, so we can go where we want. And they have another hallway here, and again, look at the graphics of this. It's extraordinary how well it's done, the colors, and just how clear and crisp it is. You can look up at the ceiling, so very, very interesting. And again, we have some more pinpoints here that show us some more information about the tomb itself. So that is the Tomb of Mena. And, like I said, pretty quick, and we can head back out. So very, very neat. And again, our dollhouse view here. So we're then I'm going to show you the Red Monastery, like I said, just for a little bit of comparison. Oh, sorry, I went back too many. So I'm going to scroll back down here to my live science link. And if we scroll back down to the bottom, we've got our Red Monastery. So same kind of idea, it immediately takes you into the 3D version. We can go back to the dollhouse version with that pan on the bottom left-hand side, and we can see it. So this one's a little bit different. It doesn't have all of those pins, markers where you can find out more information, but this one is super cool. I thought that the detail is insane when you go inside. So if we go back to our 3D space version, we can go into the actual monastery and look all around and see the different sites. So again, the graphics are amazing, and it's really, really neat to see just something that, obviously we can't necessarily see ourselves right now, but something that we might never see in our lifetime. I might never travel to Egypt. So to be able to just kind of check this out with such great detail at this time from the comfort of my home is very, very neat. And to have these abilities to do this and explore this together. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that it's giving you a little bit of a breakdown of how to use the different features of these virtual tours. And I hope it's given you an idea of something that you guys can do together, whether it's educational or say, you guys plan a trip this weekend, a virtual trip, and you go to places around the world, and one of them is Egypt. So I will see you guys next week. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching.